So, as you know, whenever I do any of my reviews, whenever I do any headphone reviews, audio reviews, for those of you that watch me already, you know that I like to preface my reviews by saying that whatever I tell you in my video is all opinion-based, it was not influenced, it was not bought by anybody, sponsored by anybody, and anything that I do is all done by me. But sometimes I also have a tendency not to use the word perfect. Because the word perfect, by definition, means that it is flawless, has no errors, has everything you could want, but most of all, is impractical. Which kind of sounds crazy to think, but the point is, I have never found the perfect earbud. I have never found it. I have used great earbuds, I have used good earbuds, and I have used some pretty bad ones. But in today's review, the Liberty Air 2 Pros might be the closest that I have come to finding the perfect earbud. It is so close that I have never used that word perfect in any of my reviews that I might have to use it for this one. But they do have a few things they need to do before they get to that perfect noise or whatever. And I'll explain that all in this episode, but before we get to this video, let's take a quick word from our sponsor. So the first thing we're gonna start with is sound quality, because the whole marketing for the Liberty Air 2 Pros are sound quality, noise canceling, and then we'll talk mic. So let's start with the first one, sound quality, and I've gotta tell you guys, that is my first huge positive of these headphones. Now, where most headphones nowadays are looking to improve the sound quality by using adaptive EQs built in with microphones, two-way drivers, sometimes three, Soundcore has stuck its guns to a simple, bigger standard driver, a 11mm driver, which can produce all three different range of frequencies, but it will be able to give you a nice reproduction thanks to a new technology of a 10 nanometer style glass that they're using to reproduce and help with clarity and everything. And that is exactly what you get with these headphones. Now, out of the box, the default sound is called Soundcore Signature. It is very bass heavy and is a little bit muddy, but it is still crystal clear. Your vocals are there. The low end is nicely deep and pronounced. The mids are a little bit muddy because the bass can sometimes be overwhelming. The high end is in there, but again, it all becomes a little bit muddied. But the vocals and stringed instruments, if you're using to other genres, they still come out nicely. And that's the one thing about Soundcore. Even though the bass is heavy on all of their audio products, they never distort. They never leak into the others. Now, I did say they did leak a little bit, but not significantly enough where it ruins the music experience. But that's where it all changes once you use the app and you go into the EQ settings. You have acoustic, bass booster, bass reducer. Once you find the right EQ, or my personal favorite, Hear ID, and it does a frequency test what your ears can detect based off your hearing, and it will signature the best sound quality for you with these earbuds. That is where the headphones become elevated. Now, you're seeing my Hear ID results. I personally use this because not only does the low end take a little bit of a step down, but the mids and the treble and high end are more pronounced in the charts. So I gotta say that the headphones become they go from $100 to 150 plus headphones when you alter that EQ and change your sound preference. So the fact that they sound even better than advertised is definitely a great start right off the bat. Next positive is noise canceling. Now, this one actually really shocked me a lot, as I am a guy who uses tons and tons of noise canceling products on a daily, from AirPod Pros, Galaxy Bud Pros, AKG over-ear headphones, and also products that advertise noise canceling. But I gotta say, for a product in this price range, for what it's delivering, it is very good. It is, in my opinion, better than the Samsung Galaxy Bud Pro active noise canceling. It is definitely better than the AKG N700 NCM2 noise canceling, and those are over-ear headphones. And I will go a step further and say they are very close to the AirPod Pros. While the AirPod Pros, I give them a slight advantage in certain frequencies, in certain area scenarios, these things were tremendous. They absolutely hit the nail on the mark. From when I was walking outside, working out, taking a stroll in the park, when I'm at home listening to music, just lounging around with my TV in the background or somebody in the background, it did a tremendous job. Now, there are moments where it can leak and you could still feel just a little bit of wind pickup because of the external microphones. I will say that the noise canceling does a tremendous job with a lot of environments, as it is an adaptive noise canceling. You can change the scenario in the app, and you can customize what you want to let in and out. But mostly when you're traveling on a plane, which is the most recent for me, that shocked me the most. Because not only was there not as much cabin pressure as I thought, because when you use noise canceling, they have a slight bit of cabin pressure. These actually had a very considerable amount. They didn't over prop my ears. They felt very comfortable to wear on the flight, and overall they did a tremendous job. So again, noise canceling is superb. They are so close to the AirPod Pros. I think they can be tweaked in their app, but I really wouldn't go as far as say as they're better. Next thing to talk about is, of course, the headphones themselves. Now, the design of these headphones, in my opinion, are very good, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm actually gonna pass this opportunity to another YouTuber who I wanna thank for this collaboration. He is a great YouTuber, his name is Gaylon Gadgets. He will tell you all about the design of these headphones, the build quality, he'll let you know everything. So Gaylon, why don't you take it away?
Okay, what's up Technoid fans? My name is Gaylon and I have a channel called Gaylon's Gadgets where I like to specialize in budget technology. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and like and subscribe. So I want to give a huge shout out to Michael from Technoid for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I will be talking about the build quality on the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros. I really appreciate the fact that you could tell that Soundcore put a lot of time and effort into the build of these earbuds. They definitely feel a lot more premium than other earbuds at this price. So yeah, first I'm just gonna go about the case. The case is just really nice. I really like the weight of it and I like the size of it. I really believe this is the perfect weight and size of a case, just because it's substantial enough so you know it's in your hand, so you're not going to drop it, but it's also light enough so that it's pocketable, and it's small enough in terms of dimensions so that it's pocketable as well. It also does have a sliding mechanism to reveal the earbuds. The case does charge the earbuds, and the hinge on the sliding mechanism is very solid as well, and it does have a USB Type-C charging spot to charge the case as well. It does support wireless charging when you place it on the bottom, so for those who have a wireless charger at your desk, these will work for you. So now to the actual earbuds. These earbuds, they're a huge upgrade over the original Liberty Air 2s in my opinion. I just think that these are just so much more well designed. These also have a matte finish, so that matte finish definitely helps against fingerprints and scuff marks. I have dropped these earbuds a few times and no scuffs so far, so I really think that's a good touch that Soundcore did. I really like the new and improved ergonomics of these earbuds. These actually tilt in further than the original Liberty Airs, so this really helps with fit a lot, and when you pair these with your with the correct size ear tips, it's really gonna increase your both sound quality as well as just the overall ability of the earbud to stay in your ear. So I really appreciate how much Soundcore put into the design of these earbuds, and I hope to catch you guys again later on this Technoid channel.
Now let's get to the specs of these headphones. Now, of course, they do have an advertised of 7 hours of battery life with 26 hours total respectively with a charging case. You can extend the battery by turning ANC and transparency off. I have been able to achieve a battery life of about 6.5 hours with noise canceling, which is more than enough for me. I think that's more, but I can actually exceed the 7 hours once I turn it off and I'm cruising in the house. Now, in terms of the build quality, like Gaylon said before, they do have a very good build. They are housed similarly to the AirPod Pros, which again, in my opinion, is a little bit lazy. I've talked about it in my first impressions, but it is very comfortable to wear. They come with multiple different tips. You can customize, you can get a good fit. And in terms of microphones, they are housing a total of 6 microphones, 3 microphones in each earbud to give you not only better sound quality, better active noise canceling in terms of voice pickup, but also it activates transparency and microphone quality gets a big boost. Now, in terms of the transparency, it's okay. I'm more accustomed to the Galaxy Bud Pros and AirPod Pro transparency where it feels a lot more fuller, you can hear more things. I feel like these need a little bit more work on the transparency, but I will let them slide because, again, at least they have them, because most of your buds don't even have that to begin with. But I think they can be tweaked with firmware updates, so I definitely hope Soundcore improves the transparency, letting in more, and maybe have a custom transparency in the future. Now let's talk about microphone quality since we're on the same page. Here are some samples of what you can expect from the Liberty Air 2 Pros. Here is a microphone sample of the Liberty Air 2 Pros. This is what you can realistically expect for them to sound if you are using them to talk to somebody from one way or another. In comparison, here is the AirPod Pros. This is what they sound like if you are making a call as well. And now let's take a look at the Liberty Air 2s.
Hey, what is going on, Technoid Nation? It's your boy, the SMT. These are the Soundcore Liberty Air 2s.
Last thing to talk about before we end this video and I get to my final thoughts, let's talk quickly about the app. The app is the powerhouse of these headphones. That is where you can see your battery indicator, you can change your noise canceling, transparency, you can do a lot of things in this app. Update the firmware, you can also make a custom EQ, change your EQ preferences, and you can also fix the touch controls on these earbuds. Now that's the one negative, the first negative. I will discuss that at the end, but that's one thing I'm still a little disappointed in Soundcore. I don't know why they only feature double tap gestures and hold gestures. I would have liked that they had single, double, triple, as I am more accustomed to that, but I'm sure maybe in a future update, not for these, but in a different pair of headphones, we'll get to that point. But there is a lot. This app is an essential. You need to get the Soundcore app to fully unlock everything that these earbuds are capable of. So overall, what do I think of the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros? Well, like I said, I do not use the word perfection. I don't ever consider something perfect, but I gotta tell you guys, these are a perfect sounding pair of headphones. They deliver in every area that you can imagine. From sound quality, noise canceling, to comfort and design, they deliver so much. But there are a few negatives, and in some areas it can be a downgrade. For example, the IP rating is an IPX4, whereas the previous version was IPX7 rated, so it was a lot better in sweat proof. It also had Qualcomm aptX, the design was a lot thinner, and even though the drivers are different, they're spouting diamond coated on the Air 2s, and this is more of a nano style. It can be some areas a downgrade to some users, but taking a look at what you get in return, better sound, active noise canceling that actually is very reliable, that is usable on a daily usage, and most of all, being accustomed to a similar in-ear design, I think it works in its favor, and I honestly gotta say, they're so close. If Soundcore, and what I think they can do to make these a perfect earbud, they're so close. All they have to do is keep support with firmware updates by minimizing the latency, which they're still obviously doing, and it's almost minimal. You don't even really notice it, but they can still tweak it. If they have beta features with ambient mode, letting in more sound customization, if they tweak the sound quality a little bit, just a little bit by the standard default sound, and overall they just keep on improving and improving, I think you can make the case that Soundcore produces probably one of the best earbuds on the market. Now, like I said, this is all I got to say on these headphones, but let me just disclaim real quick to all of you watching this video, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you think Soundcore is a cheap quality brand, let me tell you guys right now, take the word cheap and affordable out of your vocabulary. I am looking at Soundcore as a true contender for audio products because that's what they focus on, the audio quality. And I am super excited to see what else Soundcore does in the near future, and I hope you guys are too, because I have tons of other videos coming, not just from my show, but also from Soundcore, so I hope to see you guys in those. Again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. This was a long video, but I appreciate if you made it this far. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit that dislike button. That helps circulate my videos as well. Again, I want to say thank you to Gaylon's Gadget and Sneed Mobile Tech for providing their input in these videos. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody. I will see you all on the next review, next video of Technoid. Have a great rest of your day, and peace!